Alright, cool.
Alright. So, Black Ops Beta given a crack, or the Black Ops Blackout Beta to be exact. I know Graham's shortest on time here, so Graham, you want to lead us off?
Yeah, I basically thought that the beta was a bit really short on features. It was the Blackout Beta, admittedly, but yeah, really, yeah. I didn't like how it was so PUBG and how it seemed like it was just even more random chance than PUBG or Fortnite or any of those ones, whether you got a weapon, because weapons seem very sparse.
Some weapons are fucked.
Okay.
Some weapons are fucked.
So, okay. Does anybody want to just start in general before we go into some of the detail? I know Graham's on the clock, so I'm just wondering if people want to start generally before we...
No, I'm happy for general to be at the end.
Okay. Fine. Alright. Let's start at the big question then before Graham may or may not have to bail on us.
I'm gonna say that just one.
We said that we were going to come into this to give a comparison to the Battlefield 5 beta that we already played. Now, given the game modes that were on and made available in both cases, realistically the only thing that we can really make a comparison on is the basic of how the game ran and the base gunplay and combat pacing of the game. Because in the grand scheme of things, the game mode probably contributed most of the raw game mechanics. Well, most of the game mode contributed the style of map and the style of gameplay itself. So the only things that are common is how the shooting worked, how the health systems worked, how the squad mechanics worked, basically.
In every single regard, Battlefield wins.
I suppose I have to agree there as well. I did come into this with high hopes of this new Black Ops game, but honestly, after playing that beta, I don't really see anything that's better than what Battlefield was.
Every gun I picked up in Battlefield felt distinctly different to the other guns that I could pick up. Whereas that one, I honestly had no idea what the difference was between some of the rifles. I would pick up a rifle, and that one has a stock on the front. Pick it up, it shoots exactly the same.
Yeah.
And I know it's a different gun, because it says it's a different gun.
And it uses different ammo.
I gotta admit, outside of the division of... And, okay, I never got to touch a sniper rifle, but outside of the division of LMG, rifle, pistol, shotgun...
Rocket launcher.
Everything else just basically felt the same.
Yeah.
I know I went through 3 different kinds of shotgun, but couldn't honestly tell you the differences between them, and I know I went through like 7 kinds of rifle, and except for some of them being wider spreads with larger mags, and some of them being narrower with smaller mags, and one being burst fire, I couldn't recognise any of that straight off the bat. I still don't actually know how the game indicates that I had picked up a burst fire gun until I shot it and worked out that it was burst fire.
Yeah, and that's the troubling part too. In the sort of game mode we're playing, you can't exactly experiment because you let yourself be known. The other thing I didn't particularly like about the game was I found it was almost impossible for me to land a hit on anyone. I don't know if I know I just started off, so I probably was pretty bad, but over all the games we played, I can honestly say my aim, also the damage I dealt, I didn't believe. Doing one of them, it said to me I did 200 damage in the match. I honestly didn't believe it.
Knowing like that map that you and I both got 180-ish damage done, Luke. Honestly, the part that I thought that damage should have come from was not where that damage was.
Yeah, and that's what confused me.
Yeah. All of the times that I actually got a hit marker, it's like, what? And all the ones where I honestly thought the bullet should have landed, there's no hit marker.
Yeah.
When we were looking at snipers, I think like when you hit someone, it popped up with like an image of you hit armor. So like that indicated damage, but yeah, I agree. When you were doing assault, like I didn't really know how much damage I was doing and like if I was hitting them.
Nick,
The
do you
other-
want to add
Sorry.
anything there?
Well, being someone who technically never hit anyone beyond shooting a grenade into a group,
Shooting a grenade.
I feel like the ability to aim in that game was a lot more restrictive, or didn't feel as smooth as in Battlefield.
I didn't
But
scope.
I mean, I did have a lot more playtime in Battlefield, evidently. But
Alright.
I feel like the shooting in this game feels very clunky.
And to grab on that a little bit, I might be misremembering a little bit, but I'm pretty sure by 10 minutes in Battlefield, in the Battlefield 5 beta, it's like, okay, I understand how my weapon works.
Yeah.
I already
This-
started
To be
reading
fair,
Wind.
you spawn with your weapon in Battlefield. You don't have to pray to God you find something you understand.
Yeah, but like, okay, we had an hour of game time tonight, and there's I'm not confident in any of the gun mechanics in that, and I was thinking half an hour into that tonight that I had already reached the point where it's like, no, I prefer the way the gunplay felt in Battlefield personally.
Well, I was also thinking that in Battlefield, at least the real game mode, you feel like you contribute. Whereas launching a beta with that, where you don't feel you contribute unless
You win.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think that was a bad game mode to use for beta, an open beta.
Oh, 110% agree.
yeah, but that's why we can only really play comparison of squad and squad
yeah.
mechanics and
Oh,
gunplay
speaking of
mechanics.
squad mechanics, non-existent.
actually, I have one for that. Tilde not being a push to talk key, and B being the push to talk key, because that's
Yeah.
B,
fucking terrible.
B.
Yeah, I
B
was
is the
using
push to
B a
talk
lot.
key.
Jesus.
It was, needless to say, a little bit disappointing.
Actually,
And I tried to change it to tilde, and it would not accept that as a valid key.
Really?
nice.
So that's really
Uh,
awful compared to most games. Like, that's your default.
This may be out of date, but I remember way back when I was actively playing CODs. That's actually because tilde is hard coded in the engine as the command console key.
Oh, come on, that's ancient stuff. Like, Counter-Strike's changed that, for God's sakes.
No, Call of Duty up to at least 2011, which was the last one I played, that was still the case.
Yeah, that was 7 years ago.
Yeah, but like, I
no
don't
one
know.
has console anymore. Like,
They
they
yeah,
don't
but
even release
no,
dedicated
but
server
that's the thing.
platforms anymore.
Back then, they were disabling the console, but it was still hard coded in the actual basis of the engine. So
And
I'm just
that's-
wondering. I'm wondering if that's still an artifact of the fact that realistically, the Call of Duty games have just been updating the same engine for the last billion years.
And honestly,
It's
when you
just
try-
shit from a company that's as big as Activision Blizzard. And sorry for the swearing, but there's no other way to describe that. That's
Sorry for the swearing. Oh, sweetie.
Quick one.
How did people feel about like the bottom right corner where it like showed your weapon and how much ammo and stuff you had? Like it was very dark and
That felt
leading.
confusing to me.
That was stupid.
Felt unnecessary. You don't want to be able to. You don't want to have to sit there and count clips. Just a number is fine.
Yeah.
I had
Again,
numbers.
Oh, I
There
like
was a
the
number, but the number was really
yeah, it had
small.
number for your mag, but like
Yeah.
it had other mags as well.
I
Also, the
really,
font they chose was garbage.
I really liked the Battlefield approach of just two big numbers: how much is in your gun and how much you've still got.
much
It's
simpler.
basic, but it seems strange why you'd switch.
Seconding that.
Actually, the one I wanted to bring up was how did people feel about the health system?
Fucking garbage.
Because I don't know if you guys saw the tooltip, but that actually carries over into the general multiplayer. That's not a blackout only thing.
What,
Yeah.
like just 150 health sort of thing, or
No,
the way it
no.
looked?
The using the med kits to heal yourself up.
Oh, okay.
That's,
And also,
So do you have to
the fact
pick
that
med kits up?
I don't know how that part works. I'm assuming the typical Call of Duty system is different perks and different builds would have start with X number of med kits.
I'm just thinking that the Dingo is a bit shit. Like, the fact that the big med kit heals you for 50 extra health. Like, it fills your whole health bar up, plus gives you extra.
But did anyone else notice that you can only have either the big med kit equipped or the small med kits.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can just switch
but
it in
basically,
your inventory.
it almost
Yeah, but
automatically
you have to
picks it
switch
up.
that in game if you want to do that. Like,
Yeah,
quickly.
no thanks. Didn't know that, and that sounds stupid.
But like, I actually liked the Battlefield system of you started with you had a med kit to heal yourself up, and you could refill that med kit at every point, or your medics could refill that for you.
Yeah, liked that. That was nice.
I guess all you're really saying is you like to have medic as a profession. Odd.
Yeah, he likes to have a healer. We're used to playing WoW too much.
So does that mean you have to like collect ammo in the normal game mode, like team deathmatch and all that for Black Ops?
If you're alive that long, I guess.
Hard to say.
Hard to say, we haven't been able to really touch on that stuff.
It's
Touch
probably
on
the real
what, sorry?
shame too. It would actually be nice to experience one of the classic game modes of COD. I think it might be a different change to what we're saying at the moment, because obviously that was a battle royale. Most of us probably aren't keen on that sort of playstyle in the first place.
Yeah.
It's just a shame that they didn't bring at least one of the classic ones in. I mean, maybe they did in the previous closed beta.
In the previous run of the beta they had.
Yeah, it's a shame that they didn't just do that again, because honestly, that's sort of the game mode I want to play in COD. I don't really want a battle royale. In saying that, I've also never really played them enough to have a major opinion. I just don't think that's the game mode for me.
I don't know, like even playing it as a team, I just felt bored. Like
Oh god.
camping, or you just quickly run in and try and kill people or die. I don't know. It was just like just playing it and you just talk about other shit while you're just sitting there camping.
Yeah.
I know talked about this with Raymond and Nick the other night, but did anybody like take a moment to take in how the menu is built? Of
Terrible.
the very first thing that is absolutely obvious, and they've outright admitted this, there is going to be no single player campaign.
Okay.
So
That seems
It's
a
a
little
Black
bit.
Ops game.
this is a very expensive multiplayer only game.
I've already
Ah,
played a multiplayer game. I don't need
yeah.
to buy another one.
The other thing is, if you look at it, it's like, okay, so there's multiplayer, Blackout, which they're basically saying is a third of the game, and zombies. Now, zombies is going to be just the continuation of the typical of the Black Ops series zombie mode. But also, did anybody else notice that there is 3 different buttons on that page for
I
going to the
believe there was a
store?
4th today.
Or maybe there's 4. There's an awful lot of buttons on there to go to the store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, they want you to go.
Gotta buy luck somewhere.
It's also the only coloured button. So the one that's designed to stand out.
I think that's the thing I didn't like so much, how dark it is. Like, is it because it's called Black Ops? Like, everything's black? I don't know.
Oh, who knows?
Gotta be edgy.
It all looks like Reaper's thing. Reaper's bedroom.
My God. But yeah, I think in short, I had high hopes for the game, but based on what they've shown us already and the way it all looks, I'm really leaning toward Battlefield.
Leaning.
Yeah, he's holding E. Sorry, that throws a grenade in this game doesn't lean.
Leaning. You're only leaning towards the game. Like,
I may or may not have
honestly.
fallen over.
I've fallen so far over to the left. I've basically already bought the game.
You felt like that poor guy off that roof.
Oh,
Well,
is this for Battlefield?
Yeah.
That I've already paid the yearly subscription for? Yeah.
He's already decided.
Oh, so Graham actually
Well-
has a reason to convince us all not to buy this.
I gotta admit, I had walked into the combination of doing these betas thinking, I know last time I did this, I ended up siding with Battlefield, and after playing the Battlefield beta, it's like the Call of Duty one's gonna have to do very well to convince me otherwise, and it's not. And just I walked into the Call of Duty beta being doubtful, and half an hour into this, I think I had made up my mind that I think I was more inclined to say Battlefield's the one this year.
Yeah.
I mean, the most entertaining thing of the game for me was playing an old man.
I'm gonna
Saying
thing
that
is
people were beating up at the old man.
they're competing against a $30 game for people who want the more military version, or if people want building, they're competing against a free game. How much is Call of Duty?
Base 90.
90, I think, or like 100 and something if you want the special edition.
Yeah,
And-
so
And let's be honest, Call of Duty is going to drown you in DLC.
Mm-hmm.
so you're talking $100 minimum spend sort of thing.
Yeah, which is also why I thought Blackout was probably a bad open beta to use. Like, all the comments I was seeing before coming into this was just the crappy bought version of Fortnite without building.
So, just on the prices, standard edition is 90 Australian dollars, the deluxe edition is $140, and the enhanced edition is $180.
Did you just log into the shop?
Yes.
Game?
So do
No,
you get
no,
4
I'm-
copies of it, or do you at least get 2 copies of it in the enhanced edition to justify that price?
I'm checking what it gives you for that price. Just give me a moment.
I'm
It-
sensing a lot of cosmetics.
It's actually age checking me. So
I just got an age check.
Oh god.
Oh,
they come to your house and
no,
tie you up and torture
so-
you full Black Ops style?
so you get to start with 1100 Call of Duty points.
I don't know
Oh,
what
wow.
that means.
That's it.
That's how they get you
And,
into the store.
and the enhanced edition, so the $180 edition, has the first season pass.
Really?
Sorry, the first season pass.
It's like
more
just,
than one.
Yeah, which means when that season ends, waste your money.
once that season ends, you get to buy the next season pass to unlock all the other
Well-
guns that are coming out.
I say first because Call of Duty has in the past done 2 season passes. They're saying that this is and they've got 2 asterisks attached to this.
I saw that.
Fuck's sake.
Basically, their season pass is only guaranteeing you the first 4 DLC packs.
Yeah. To be fair, Battlefield's done that before as well, though.
Yeah, the difference though is Premiere states that it includes all of them.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean the actual season passes used to include like the first 4. And then,
I know they've done that as well. But, yeah. It's just one of those cases of outright, we're talking, if you bought Premiere for Battlefield versus Enhanced Edition Black Ops is $60 more.
yeah, plus, you get Madden, you get Sims 4, you get FIFA 19.
Yeah,
You get
we
Anthem.
could make the value argument, basically.
Just a little bit more value for money. To be fair, you get to keep Battlefield. You could also make the argument that you can play Black Ops in 20 years if the servers are still on.
They won't
Probably
be.
not, but
Wait, what do you mean you get to keep Battlefield?
Black Ops.
To be fair though, like, have you seen how far they've dropped the price of the Battlefield games if you're a Premiere owner?
No.
No.
So, like Battlefield 1, if you're already Premiere, is currently $5 to purchase for life.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's only like $6 normally.
No, it's normally like 20. It's just a sale on at the moment, but the Premiere price drops it even further.
And
About-
the Premier Pass is free at the moment, so basically you just need to buy the base game, you get it.
Yeah. Anyway. Honestly, the one I'm interested in here is you, Luke. I felt like you were the most hesitant about Battlefield after in doing the first impressions of Battlefield.
Yeah, I was. But
No
honestly,
longer.
yeah, well, pretty much you're on the money there. After playing the, Call of Duty just then, all my reservations about about the Battlefield gameplay I experienced has pretty much gone out the window. I'm fairly confident that one is going to be the better game on release. Even if Call of Duty happens to have something better that they release in those other play styles that we haven't got to experience, it's sort of already lost me just with this experience alone. But yeah, no, you're right. It's probably pretty doubtful. But in the event that it was, it's sort of already lost me. But when Battlefield does come out, yeah, that will most likely be the game I choose.
Mm.
I mean, in saying that, I didn't notice any like major bugs with Black Ops.
I don't
This
think
is-
we played long enough to find them.
You're
True,
also
which
looking
we
at
did
this.
see with Battlefield.
No, but you're also looking at a difference here. This is Black Ops' second beta 3 weeks from release. That was Battlefield's first beta 2 months from release.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
true.
I did hear about plenty of bugs from the closed beta of this one. So
Yeah, also in saying that, I was encountering a lot more performance problems with this than Battlefield, and to me, this shouldn't have been stuttering anywhere near as much as it did.
Cam, you should include the screenshot I sent SomeRaiders, some chat, just so you can see the difference that I had when I loaded up the game.
it was a beautiful.
Yeah.
picture.
Mm. Like, there was a lot of graphical issues coming up, and yeah, it felt delayed. Like, it's hard to... the game felt like it was running sluggish. Whereas, I don't know how anybody else's performance in Battlefield ran, but I never really had a performance problem with that beta.
No, performance-wise, it was fine. It was just, then the small bugs it had wasn't anything that was going turned anyone off it.
Yeah.
Hmm. Alright, we're at the 20-minute mark now, and yeah. So, shall we just go around quickly for closing thoughts? Because I think we've all made our discontent a little bit clear.
Yeah, alright, cool. Bitterly disappointed. It doesn't even get a harmonic interlude. It's just lackluster across the board.
Oh, so this is how we stop the harmonica. We have to play bad enough games.
Hello,
No.
Superman 64.
Hey.
Yeah, honestly, it was a very disappointing beta. I had high hopes, but yeah, the playstyle they chose for it and just everything about the game just wasn't anywhere up to par what I was expecting. So it's a no for me.
It's a no from me.
Graham, you're next down the list.
Graham.
I'm gonna go no. Pretty obviously. I got
Bloody
the
actually
Origin
ended
Access
that
pass
sentence.
already.
The fact that you've already pre-ordered Battlefield.
Congratulations, Graham. You've convinced
Well,
us.
that was mainly so I got Madden because I'm enjoying playing that. Racked up a crap ton of playtime in that. Plus, Need for Speed, and I'm gelling Star Wars Battlefront 2 as we speak. Only because I got it for free, I would not pay for that.
Anyway,
Oh god,
okay.
don't pay Battlefield.
We now know how you are. We probably don't need to run the ad now for EA.
EA challenge.
Hey. Hey,
Mark?
I've wanted to play the single player campaign mode for Battlefront 2. I'm not playing the multiplayer because that's loot box central and I refuse to support it.
Yeah, currently it's a no from me. Like, I would say, like, maybe wait and see what the other sort of game modes are like, but even just looking up gameplay videos on YouTube and stuff, it still doesn't look like something I'd be entertained with.
Will Nick take the hint?
I think it's a yes for me, actually.
Ooh.
No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna go play Fortnite.
You don't
Save
even
myself
have
the
it
money.
downloaded.
No, I don't. But I feel like if I was going to put effort into playing a game mode like that, I'd do it for free. No,
Play the biggest watch game in the world for free. Why not?
That's what I think so.
Everyone play Realm Royale. It's better than Fortnite.
Thanks.
Marginally. No, honestly, I think just overall that just was a boring experience. I just enjoyed the way you could just get in and play on Battlefield. This one just...
And that's upsetting. It is, because Call of Duty 4, World at War, the first Black Ops were all fun games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be the game mode, but I wouldn't take that chance without first seeing other evidence of that. If this is what they're going to show as being their flagship, as being this is why we think you should play us, it's not good.
Really not fucking good.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I am actually kind of tempted of getting that Battlefield Pass thingy now.
Find a game you like.
Premium.
That
Origin
one.
Premium.
Not really,
Origin
but
Premier?
kind of.
Yeah, that's it. I swear it should just be.
Yeah. I think my sum up for this is walking into this. I think I might be ready to pre-order Battlefield, and I'm not sure that's what Activision wanted.
That's what they got.
I mean, you can see why it's below the line on Blizzard app.
I wish I could get rid of it permanently. I am actually going to do Destiny a favor and put it below Destiny, but yeah.
Destiny, yeah.
Oh,
Destiny.
can you move where they are?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I've got
Only
World
Blizzard
of Warcraft
games. You
at the
can't
top.
move Activision above Blizzard.
Why
Which
have they
is how
not
it
done
should
this
be.
before? I've got fucking
Why?
StarCraft and stuff at the top.
Alright, well,
And now I kind of want to put them all in order of when they came out.
oh god. Alright, we'll wrap it up there.
Wrap it up.
Thanks, this one, guys. And
you.
Raymond already said he's not harmonicering us out, is he?
Fuck you. No, actually, I can't. I can't justify a harmonica.
Can you play a funeral dirge?
Actually, for the video cameron, can you have like at the
Death
start
of
of this, do a discussion on Black Ops, and then at the very end, just so we can get the harmonica, just have a Battlefield sticker slapped over the top, and then the harmonica sign in. I think it'll make clear what happened, even if they skip to the end.
Alrighty.
Thank you
That's
for
it.
watching, you fucks.
That's it.
A slogan.